Today it's a somewhat special episode. It won't be just a day of sightseeing, but a week in the heart of vast natural landscapes. Welcome to the High Vosges, a holiday destination often underestimated and a true crossroads between Lorraine and Alsace. Remember, we came here in January for our winter sports discovery session, and on that occasion, we promised to return in the summer. So it's early September when we decide to unpack our bags here. By the way, if you haven't watched our films about our adventures in the snow yet, we invite you to do so, and you'll find the links to those two videos in the description. With waterfalls, lakes, forests, and high meadows, the High Vosges undeniably boasts natural treasures that we won't fail to introduce to you. Both urban and mountainous, this territory is a must-visit destination both in summer and winter. Enough talk, it's time to show you these fantastic landscapes and tell you about our Vosges adventures. So we arrive in Gérardmer and take up residence in our favorite place at the Tilleul Plaza, where we now feel at home. This time, we opted for a superb and comfortable T2 apartment. The building is equipped with optical fiber, and we don't hide the fact that it's essential for us to work comfortably. The location is ideal as it's central to the visit we have planned. Being right in the city center, we have all the convenience stores at our disposal. We can enjoy a coffee on the terrace in the city center when we decide not to have lunch in bed, or on the terrace of our apartment. And to top it off, the lake is just 5 minutes walk away. And it's true that we like to go there in the evenings to admire the often exceptional sunsets. Being able to do all this on foot is a real joy. In short, we really enjoyed the Vosges, and we hope this film will inspire you to visit there. After a good night's sleep and a hearty breakfast, we head towards the White and Black Lakes, and on the way, we make a brief stop at the Saut des Cuves, a must-visit waterfall site in the Valley of Lakes. It's a natural location where the Volane River waterfalls amid large granite blocks in successive falls. A few steps away, you can discover the ferry bridge dating back to 1782, the Charlemagne stone, as well as the Marie-Louise Islands. We then continue our journey and pass by La Roche du Diable. Located on the road that connects Gérardmer with Colmar, at the Col de la Schlourte, is the subject of numerous local legends and rhymes. The hole in the rock isn't natural, but the result of construction work aimed at connecting Gérardmer to Münster when no road allowed it. The rock was hand-carved. The work began in 1858 under the supervision of Napoleon III and was completed in 1869. The site offers a breathtaking view of the Valley of Lakes, especially the Longemer and Retournemer lakes. The Roche du Diable is the source of many local legends. The name comes from a legend in which the devil wanted to claim the pink sandstone rock which angered God. Lightning then struck the rock, causing it to fall into the Retournemer lake. Elves, gnomes, and trolls supposedly tried to retrieve the rock from the lake, but the devil got hold of it. Now we have arrived at the site of White and Black Lakes. These two lakes are located about 30 minutes from Gérardmer. At the White Lake, you can discover the Rocher Hans, which overlooks the lake and is crowned with a statue of the Virgin Mary. I'm a mess, White Lake is connected to Black Lake by a conduit located 100 meters downstream, where a hydroelectric power plant, closed in 2002, used to generate electricity by turbine during peak hours. During off-peak hours, water was pumped from Black Lake to recharge White Lake. The site is surrounded by marked hiking trails, GR5, GR531 and GR532. In winter, ice waterfalls reaching up to 100 meters in height can be seen in the vicinity of the lake. The site also features a winter sports station where you can enjoy downhill skiing, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing and sledding. In summer, you'll find an adventure park, a paintball area, and since 2007, the first bike park in the Vosges Mountains, as well as a barefoot trail for safe shoeless walking. About 1 kilometer away, and at an altitude of around 900 meters, you'll find Black Lake, which is a glacial lake, and it's 3 times smaller and half as deep as White Lake. Between 1928 and 1934, it underwent a pumping turbine arrangement with White Lake, with the former being the lower reservoir and the latter the upper reservoir. In July 2002, the power plant was shut down following the rupture of a flange that resulted in flooding the facility up to the lake's level. After this day of sightseeing, we return to Gérardmer and enjoy a well-deserved drink by the lake. Back at our apartment for a good night's sleep. For this second day, we decide to take a walk around other lakes, and we start with the Lispar Lake, which is a semi-natural body of water. Located at an altitude of 912 meters, it occupies a depression shaped by glaciers and is equipped with an artificial dam. This lake is covered by a peat raft or floating peat bog over almost half of its surface area, which adds to the charm of the place and illustrates an important phase in the evolution of a peat bog, gradually covering the water surface. We had gone cross-country skiing here last winter, but you can also go snowshoe hiking. In the summer, only hiking is possible, and that's what we are about to do. It's not a lake that offers water activities or swimming, but fishing is allowed from May 1st to November 1st. The lake provides beautiful walks at the foot of the Honeck Massif. There's a 3-kilometer circuit that can be completed in 1 hour 30 around the lake. Perfect for a family walk, accessible to people of all ages, and you can observe a diverse wildlife and flora. You can observe the lake from different angles. This trail is adorned with educational signs about the formation and life of peat bogs. A few insectivorous plants populate the lake's edges, but be careful, they are protected. The trail is designed with very little positive or negative elevation. However, strollers are not recommended. The walk is really enjoyable, and we can only recommend it to you. Continuing along the educational trail of Lake Lispar, which allows you to discover the world of peat bogs, we arrive at Lake Tenin. The ecological significance of the peat bogs in Tenin and Lispar had led them to be listed in the inventory of sensitive natural areas of the Vosges department since 1995. This valley, carved into granite and gneiss, bears a strong glacial imprint. In the depressions and on the slopes, various types of peat bogs have developed, lacustrine, slope peat bogs, and high peat bogs surrounded by natural spruce forest. It's starting to get hot, as expected. We change our clothes, put on our shorts and walking shoes, take a break for a blueberry and plum pies before heading towards our destination. The Retournemer Lake is a wild lake located at the end of the Valley of Lakes and at the base of the Honeck Massif. This glacial lake covers an area of 5.5 hectares, and only walking around the lake is allowed. It's bordered by a waterfall and surrounded by forests. We discover a beautiful statue of the Virgin Mary overlooking the lake, as if she were watching over it. Carved into a rock, we find the passage point of the tramway that connected Gérardmer to Honeck from 1902 to 1939. After this short walk, a brief stop in La Bresse, where we discover the Saint Laurent Church. Then, back to Gérardmer, where we await the sunset. For our third day, it's all about relaxation and paddleboarding on Lake Longemer. It's a moraine dam lake formed by glacial rock formations and crossed by the Vologne River. It stretches over more than 76 hectares along the valley. Its dimensions are 1,950 meters in length and 550 meters in width. Its depth exceeds 30 meters. It's a very popular tourist spot in the summer, and you can swim, go paddleboarding, and pedal boating there. There's also a restaurant by the water with a breathtaking view of the lake. After a day of fun in the sun, we take the opportunity to relax, play badminton, and finish with a waterside dinner. We wake up to a beautiful sunny day. Today we are going for a short hike around the Crow Lake. But before that, a quick visit to the Gérardmer market. There, you can find many local products, including fruits, vegetables, flowers, cheeses, roast chickens, clothing, and much more, not to mention the local Vosges candies.
Black, blue, red, yellow, golden skyway. It's like the day that you jump in.
Nestled amidst the fir trees, at an altitude of 887 meters in the heart of the mountains, the Crow Lake is undoubtedly one of the natural gems in the Massif and more certainly our favorite lake. The name isn't related to the presence of crows. The term corbeau is believed to be a distortion of the name Courbet, referring to the curved, steep terrain surrounding the lake. The name Lac des Courbets would have evolved into Lac des Corbeaux. With a length of 600 meters and a width of 200 meters, it has a depth of 27 meters. It feeds a hydroelectric plant in La Bresse and provides power to the city. The lake is used for fishing and tourism. Swimming is at one's own risk, meaning it's allowed but without facilities or supervision. Scuba diving is also practiced here. This beautiful body of water, nestled in the former glacial cirque, is surrounded by a lovely spruce forest and allows for a variety of fishing. An accessible walk for all, a half-hour walk around the lake is possible, with an option to extend the walk to the rock of the lake, approximately 1.5 hours, inaccessible in winter, which offers a very nice viewpoint, but good shoes are essential.
There's a million things I would rather do instead. I know it takes a lot to change a worried mind, and I know it takes a year to see the warm summertime. but I'm made of nails, man, made of tombstone and tall, tall trees. But the tombstone fades and the nails will rust. The tall oak trees, they all turn to dust. A little every day, it's so slow that you can't even see.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just don't want to pull it out. You know.
I guess I'll try to find.
I wanted like to jump like Rocky, you know.
Lord, carry me like a sailing ship. Comfort me before I slip around the dark side of the moon. All this spinning around hurts my head.
When we arrive at the rock, the view is breathtaking, as you can see.
There's a mill.
After admiring this magnificent spectacle, we continue on our journey.
I just feel lonesome for you. There's a million things I would rather do instead.
Thinking about what we've been through. The world can be a lonely place. Baby, I'm so glad that I found you. Now I got someone to embrace. From the day you stole my heart.
Now we have reached the edge of the lake. This place is a little piece of paradise, perfect for spending time with family or friends.
'Cause I feel it so strong. I've been on hold on, baby. Don't you feel the times are coming when it feels so right to dance in the moonlight, baby, with you. Sometimes we all struggle, but when the sun hits my face, I think of you and all my trouble.
After this short hike, you can enjoy a drink or savor some delicious ice cream at the Lake Chalet, an essential stop for a sweet break. The next day, the weather is rather rainy, so we decide to take a stroll around Lake Gérardmer before embarking on a mushroom hunt in the forest surrounding the town. The walk mostly takes place on a pedestrian path along the lake and takes a little over an hour. novices in this endeavor, it's a bit challenging to find any. We walk for hours, starting to lose hope. But suddenly, we find some. And they keep getting bigger. Satisfied with our harvest, we have it validated at a local pharmacy. We return to our apartment and start cooking a delicious mushroom omelette, of course. The Land Lake is an artificial lake and a hydroelectric dam located in the municipality of La Bresse. It was built in 1983 at an altitude of 1060 meters at the base of Kastelberg for the purpose of generating electricity and supplying water for snowmaking cannons at La Bresse-Honeck Winter Sports Resort. It's crossed by the Moselot River. The lake's circumference is 5.1 km and it takes approximately 2 hours to complete.
But now you're gone and all I have is time. And though you're not here anymore, I still think about you. 'Cause baby, I didn't forget you. Hey, no, I didn't forget you, baby. Drifted so far apart, and I know we both made a brand new start.
We return to the apartment to change as the afternoon is much hotter, and we arrive at the Lama Mountain. These camelids are just too adorable, and we can't resist the urge to see them again. We had already visited here last year, so if you want more information about this visit, we invite you to watch our film, The Farms, A Day with the Animals, which will provide details about the visit. Today, we are lucky to discover 3 new additions, 3 baby alpacas. So we walk among them, pet them, feed them, and take photos with them. After this visit, we return to Gérardmer. It's known for its mountain activities, its lake, especially its winter sports resort, and its international festival of fantastic film. It owes its nickname, Pearl of the Vosges, to Abel Hugo, Victor Hugo's brother. We take a short walk in the city center, where you can find many shops.
I'll never forget you, baby. Oh,
Now, we decide to head towards the lake for a paddleboarding session before having a drink by the lakeside.
I'll never forget you. Oh, I'll never forget you, baby. I'll never forget.
This is our last day, and it's an important one because today is a highly renowned Gérardmer Triathlon. A triathlon is an endurance multisport race consisting of swimming, cycling, and running over various distances. The city and the lake have been completely adapted to host this event. The competition was created in 1988 and now welcome 38 exhibitors and over 20,000 people for 25 different nationalities. You can participate in an Excel triathlon or an Olympic distance one, a Discovery one, and even triathlons for kids aged 8-15. Known in the athletic world, the event's reputation sometimes gives Gérardmer the status of the French Mecca of triathlon. The 1992 and 1993 editions received the European Cup label, while the 1994 and 1995 editions received the World Cup label. In 2002, 2003 and 2004, the XXL Triathlon served as a qualifying event for the Ironman France World Championship. In 2008, the same format was used for the European Long Distance Triathlon Championships. No triathlon for us, but we are enjoying the spectacle. The location is stunning, the organization seems perfect, and to top it off, the weather is beautiful. The swimming part is over, and we head back to our apartment, from where we can observe the bike race from our balcony before heading back to the lake. Triathletes compete for fastest overall completion time, racing each segment sequentially with the time between the disciplines included. It's the final part of this competition. Some are already in the running stage, while others are still in the cycling stage. The crowd is there to support these athletes. One thing is for sure, we prefer being in our observer seat. We make our way to the finish line, where we find exhibitors and a large screen filming the arrivals. we come across some people with wooden medals given to all participants of this triathlon. We return to the lake to see the final runners before heading to the award ceremony. And it's on this sporty note that our week in the Vosges comes to an end. If you love nature and if you are eager for a little or bigger getaway, this place is perfect, and Gérardmer is a very pleasant little town. The location is quite central and many events take place throughout the year. These include the Jonquil Festival, the Triathlon and the Fantastic Film Festival. It's also an ideal starting point to extend your visit and go explore Colmar, as it's only on 1 hour's drive away. And you won't be far from other beautiful medieval Alsatian villages either. So if you want to know more about Colmar and the surrounding medieval villages, you'll find links to our films dedicated to them in the description. And if you want to stay at the same residence as us, we dropped a link of their website in the description. See you soon for new discoveries.